Hi, welcome to Raw Dogging, a podcast not about sex. Well, not every episode at least. Here we'll navigate through relationships, finding yourself, and living in a social media world in your 20s, all while having a mental illness. Or two. I'm excited to lay out my emotions, completely bare and naked, and ready to be raw dogged with all of you. So thanks for listening. It's lovely to have you here. Hello, welcome to the first episode of Raw Dogging. Today I kind of wanted to talk about the hot girl era and how I kind of think it's toxic, which is funny because it's kind of the opposite of why the hot girl era kind of started. You know, the hot girl era started because I feel like it was at first kind of an empowerment of just like entering that era of life where you're confident, you realize that you're hot. You don't need anyone else to tell you that. Whatever you're doing, call it your hot girl shit, right? Which I think is great. I think that is something that we all should strive. Oh my goodness, we all should strive to be. But I kind of think that it turned a little bit toxic, and I find it toxic because if you look on any social media, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, I don't know, those are like the three that I use. I think people still use Twitter. I don't know, I haven't used Twitter since like high school. I didn't even like just like delete the app off my phone. I like deactivated Twitter and I haven't made a new one since. And I honestly thought I felt like Twitter was being like one of those new, or not new, it wasn't new when I deleted it, but like it was like Twitter used to be so fun for me. It was like funny and like people were funny and like it was just like shit talking all the time, which I fucking love. Like, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like eventually it just got like, it could be different now. It could be like back to like being fun or whatever and like people just being stupid and silly and like not caring. And I do like that. I always liked Twitter because it wasn't sharing photos and stuff. Like that wasn't like a big fucking thing on there. But I just like felt like when I deactivated Twitter, was just like starting to be like mean, right? Like it was just like I deleted it, I guess in like 2000, or deactivated it in 2016, I think it was. And it was just like mean and people were just like starting shit for no reason. Like it wasn't like people joking and being silly and being dumb because it's like fun to be like, you know, fucking stupid. It was like turning to be like mean and argumentative and like people just always had an issue. And that wasn't fun for me anymore. So I deactivated Twitter. I don't know, is it different? Let me know because I've like been thinking about getting back on Twitter because Twitter's so much fun. Like you can just fucking post shit, like shit post all the time and it's fun. But I felt like it wasn't like that anymore. So if it is, please let me know. Please let me know if I'm missing out. Anyways, I'll just say that like if you're on any of these social medias and like you see like hot girl era or like, you know, ladies, this year we're starting our hot girl shit, and it's like all the same type of videos, like all like the one type of girl, which is like that clean girl aesthetic, which I can make a whole nother episode about the clean girl aesthetic because like I don't know, that's like a whole another like trend going around that I have some beef with. But like there's like one version of a hot girl era that you see on your page all the time and it's like, why? If we're all entering our hot girl era, like shouldn't there be so many different types? Because like we all are entering it and we're not all the fucking same. But it's like, you know, like that girl putting on matching PJ sets at night and lighting a candle in her most like beautiful apartment living room and then making like tea or like making dinner and like her beautiful white kitchen, and she has all like fucking cabinets full of like luxurious skincare, and she has like all the gadgets for her skincare and everything, and like, you know, it's the clean girl aesthetic, I think, has turned into like hot girl shit or hot girl era. And not everyone's like that, right? Like, not everyone has the pretty place. Not everyone has an aesthetic place. Not everyone is making like these gourmet beautiful foods or dinner or whatever. And not everyone has like the perfect routine. And not everyone has that aesthetic, you know? And like I don't know. I feel like this just like leads to like comparing, which is like the opposite of what hot girl era should be, I think. Cuz like it make you feel like what you're doing is not hot. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not cooking in this beautiful kitchen. I'm cooking in my small kitchen, or I'm cooking in like a kitchen that hasn't been cleaned in a while because I've been busy or because I just haven't been wanting to do it. And eating is hot. Like that's what it should be. Like I made food tonight. I ate this morning, or I ate when was hungry, or I listened to my body and I was craving this and I made it and I ate it. That's hot. Not not making a beautiful dish that you can share with, TikTok or Instagram or whatever. It's not this beautiful plate of food. And if it is beautiful while you're doing it, that's also hot. Like it shouldn't be one or the other. Again, it leads to like that clean girl. Like not everyone is clean. Like I want to be in my gremlin era all the fucking time. Like my hair looks nice today, but let me tell you, I washed it this morning and before it was fucking greasy as shit and there was dandruff in it and it was not clean at all, but I was hot. I was in my gremlin greasy hair week and I could still say that I was hot, you know? Um and like not everyone has the matching PJ sets, and not everyone wants to have the matching PJ sets. Like I like sleeping in a big t-shirt. That's hot. And not everyone has all the gadgets that you see out there. Like not everyone has the blue, there's those masks, like the plastic, I don't know if they're plastic, but it's like the LED light where it's like the red and blue light mask. I have been wanting one of those for so long now, but it's just like we we're we're on a budget right now because my fiance Hunter and I, we're in France currently. We're on our visa, a long-term visitor visa right now, and so we can't technically work in France because a visitor visa, you can't get paid by like the French government or like a French institute or French business or whatever. So that like we got up, moved, and sold all our shit in the States, quit our jobs. Well, I quit my job like a long time before we moved, and I started doing online stuff or online businesses. My fiance, he quit his job like a couple months before we moved. So, we're we're starting content creation. Like I'm doing my podcast, doing my YouTubes, TikToks, and continuing my online businesses, and he's starting his podcast, his YouTubes. We're doing like shit together as well. So we're on a tight budget. Like we're on our budget of, what we came over here with and what we budgeted out that we were going to have to spend on like the Airbnbs and like shit like that. And we're also getting married next year in May, so we have money set aside for finishing paying off the wedding. And so we're on a tight budget right now. Where was I going with this? How did I bring that up? Oh, oh, the LED, the light mask. Is it LED? I don't think it's LED, like the blue light, red light mask, but whatever. I've been wanting that for so long now, but that's just like not in the budget right now, so I don't fucking have that. I don't have a lot of gadgets for skincare. I have like my few things that I had before we moved over here, and my skincare that I use it's a lot of it's drugstore and a lot of it's, I got from Ulta, which is, Ulta has expensive skincare, but they also have pretty affordable skincare too. Like it's the range, and I definitely am not on the expensive range of that. But it works. I have a skincare routine. I have a morning routine. I have a night routine. It's not like the best shit out there for me or for anyone else, but it works. My skin is actually the most clear it's ever been, and probably in 10 years. And it works, and I don't feel bad about the fact that like some girl that I randomly popped up has better shit than I do, and she called like, she's like, we're entering our hot girl era, we're using this skincare product. Let's fucking stop with that shit. We're entering our hot girl era. God, these words are gonna fucking kill me today. Hot girl era. um we're buying this, or we're wearing this, or we're using this. Like, no, one, that's like leading to the fucking over consumerism. Um, because like you don't need to buy shit to be hot, okay? Let's remember that. Like, that's, you don't need to. I mean, if you want to, I I don't know. Hold on. Let me let me back up here. So like, what you're doing to be happy, to make you feel confident is enough, okay? And if that's buying shit, great. If that's not buying shit, great. Like, I think it's just important to like remember like doing skincare. If that makes you feel good, do it. If that's buying drugstore skincare, or if that's using skincare that like you were gifted and that's like all you have, then fucking use it. Okay? Like, it doesn't, I know like having routines is hard, and doing the same routine every morning, every night. Like, a lot of people are saying hot girl era is doing having a morning routine or having a night routine. And that's hard for some people. I mean, it's hard for me. Definitely people with like mental illnesses, like I have some. It's fucking hard to do a morning routine. It's fucking hard to do a night routine. Definitely night one. Night one is shitty for me because like I spent all day being tired, or all day spending my energy making sure that I'm not just laying in bed and being sad. Like, I'm up doing things. So when it comes night, I feel so exhausted. Like, I'm like, today took everything out of me to be able to get up and do shit and make sure that I'm just not just like sitting in stillness and sadness or whatever it may be. Now, when it comes night, all I want to fucking do is go lay in bed, and I do not care if I put my hair up in a protective sleep style, or making sure that I washed my makeup off. Like, it's hard, and I get that. And yeah, we should strive to be better than what we are doing, but like, let's not forget that like no matter where you are in your life, like confidence and being hot, that's like just your state. That's just you choosing to be that. It's not making sure that you have all the right shit. So I think it's really important to like not do the whole this is how we're going to be hot. Like, that just leads to people feeling inadequate because they're comparing to what you dictate as being hot. Like, let's stop that because I comparing online should be something that you should strive to not do, because it sucks. You're never going to feel good about yourself if you continue to compare, and I get it. I struggled with that for a very, very long time. I had to delete all social media off of my phone because I and it wasn't even like comparing myself on like looks or like confidence or whatever. Like, a lot of the time was like I saw people just living their life, like, oh, she got to travel, or oh, they are hanging out, or they have friends, or they're going out. Like I just like, because like I said, I started the show is like I'm fucking raw dogging through my life with my mental illnesses. So it's hard not to compare because I'm feeling so sad and down and anxious and everything in between, that a lot of times I was just staying in bed and at home doing nothing. So my downfall was like comparing people being out and like living their life. And so I had to delete all social medias for the longest time. And finally, I'm back. I learned, it was not an easy task to not compare. And I still slip up. Sometimes I'm not fucking perfect. Still find myself comparing. The other day, I fucking saw some girl and like traveling through Spain or something and like, or Italy, and like, she was like in different places. And I was like, I found myself being jealous of her. And I was like, bitch, you are in France. And this is like my dream forever has been moving and living in France. And I am living it, and I'm traveling through France. We are planning a trip to Spain because right now our Airbnb is right on the border of France and Spain. So why the fuck, like, what are you doing? So I get it. Comparing is hard not to do, but anyway, I like if you find yourself comparing, take a step back. Like, don't. I get it. It's hard not to do. It's hard. It's a struggle, but take a step back. If you need to delete shit off your phone, delete shit off your phone. Unfollow people who make you feel like that. Like, you don't, no one's taking your phone and making sure that you follow people. Like, unfollow anyone that doesn't make you feel good. Follow people that make you feel good. Follow people that make you happy. My biggest tip is like, if you find yourself comparing like for looks or like self-confidence wise, and I wish I looked like her. I wish I did that. Follow people who do look like you. Follow people who have all the confidence in the world and they look like you. Like, that's the biggest change in my life. Like, that's such a good tip. I recommend it. And just remembering that you doing stuff that is healthy for you, like eating, doing skincare, working out, cleaning, whatever it may be, journaling, meditating, whatever it may be, like, that's what is important, and that's what makes you hot, and just being healthy and happy. You don't need to have a certain type of look. You don't need to have a clean girl aesthetic to be in your hot girl era. You just have to be happy and healthy doing whatever it may be. And if that's like fucking like being gremlin and like not like being in cute sets, or not having a gym membership, but just like going on a walk, like that's keeping you happy, and hopefully, or it's hopefully keeping you happy, but it's keeping you healthy. And comparing can just lead to making you feel inadequate, and that just makes it even harder for you to start doing these healthy habits. So let's just, make sure you follow people that are doing things that you also want to do and encouraging you to do it, and just make sure that your social media, if you are going to consume it, consume things that are going to encourage you. Don't let's get back to the consumerism. Do not consume things that are just going to make you buy shit. You don't need to buy shit. Fucking, it gets expensive, okay? You literally don't need any of it. Like TikTok saying like hot girls have this, hot girls use this, hot girls wear this. Like, no, they don't. Hot girls might wear them because like yeah, sure, but like you don't need to have that to be hot, okay? It just the whole reason why they're fucking doing that is because they're getting paid to say shit like that, most likely. If they don't have a brand deal, they fucking almost always have like an Amazon shop or Amazon storefront, whatever it's called. And I get it, like, this fucking is a job. Like, social media is a job. I get it. And if it's something that you see and you're like, okay, I really want that, or I feel like this would really help me change in the way that I want to change, that's good. You do things that you feel like would actually make a difference in your life for the better, but don't just be buying shit because someone told you that that's what makes you hot, because it's not, okay? Let's remember that you only need the stuff that will actually make you feel better, or not make you feel better, but just do better, right? And fucking the Amazon thing, the Amazon storefront. I get it. Amazon's convenient. I'm not saying I don't ever shop with Amazon, because I do. I mean, I'm not I'm not going to act like, I don't want to act like I'm better, or I'm, would rather support a small business, or I'd rather just not overconsume and just use the shit that I have. Like, I have clothes. They might not be cute or matching or whatever it may be, but like, I have clothes. I don't need to fucking buy every single Amazon workout matching set that fucking some girl told me to buy. I just don't. Neither do you. And if you listen, if you really, really like something and you just want to buy it because you genuinely like it, buy it. Whatever. I get it. But stop buying things because you feel like you need them to be hot. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that. and if you can find it from like a fucking not Amazon, also do that, okay? I try to do that. Like I said, I'm not fucking perfect. I still shop in Amazon. It's convenient. I get it. I bought all my podcasting shit from Amazon. It made sense, and that's what I needed to do. But let's just try and remember that, okay? I try to remember that. And like the whole fast fashion of the world, this, okay? Fast fashion is not, if we can try to not get into, or try not to add fuel to the fire with fast fashion, Amazon, Target, H&M, Frozen, goodness, Forever 21, Zara, I don't really know a lot of other places, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. But they're all fast fashion, okay? They're shitty quality. You don't, buying stuff like that too, it's not gonna motivate you. You buying something because some girl told you to buy it, that's not what you need to motivate you, okay? Like, buying something off Amazon, that's not gonna motivate you. Like, you need to find motivation somewhere else. That, at the end of the day, you can have the cutest clothes, the cutest like workout set, right? Or the cutest PJ set, and you would think that, oh, if I buy this pajama set, I'm gonna look so cute at night. I'm gonna want to have a good face routine, and that might last a week or two or a month, but that set is not gonna save you from not falling back into not having that routine, right? Cute matching workout set, that's not gonna motivate you to go to the gym. It might for a week, 2 weeks, a month, but eventually you're gonna fall back if your sole motivation is because you bought some clothes that some girl told you. Like, you need to find motivation somewhere else. And if it does motivate you and it works and it sticks, that's great too. But let's be mindful of what we're shopping, because you don't need to buy that from Amazon, from that Amazon storefront. You just don't. There's other places. And honestly, I wish I could give you an example of a better place for like workout sets that don't lead to fast fashion, because I don't know. I'm really not sure. I don't buy workout sets, to be honest with you. So I don't really have a good answer with that. Maybe if I find something, I'll add it in the description or something. But, and it sucks because like a lot of people, they think that they need these things, right? And it's hard to be seeing that online all the time, because like I said, like, we're on a tight budget right now. I don't have extra money to be spending, and it's hard to constantly be seeing like, hot girl era, you need these things, you need to buy these things, and it's constant, and it's always something new, right? Like, there's always going to be something new that comes out that someone's going to say like, you need that. And there's the normal everyday person does not have that type of money to be spending. Like, things are expensive, and buying the good quality shit, the aesthetically pleasing, clean girl shit, that's expensive. Like, not everyone has the money or the means to justify those kind of things. And it shouldn't be excuse me. It shouldn't be, what was I saying? Let me just space out into the camera. It shouldn't be constantly drilled into everyone's heads that like you need to be buying stuff, because you don't. It's just, you don't need to buy the top end shelf things. You don't need to be constantly on Amazon. Like I keep bringing up Amazon, I'm sorry, but you don't need money or things to be hot. You just don't. Okay? And like working out in old clothes is still working out. Washing your face with pharmacy store wash, that's still washing your face. Eating on plates from the dollar store, you're still eating. Don't let not having things keep you from doing things or thinking that you're not hot. Because let's be honest, what makes a hot girl? It's a hot girl. It's a girl deciding that she's hot. That's all. That's all it is. Don't let someone else's perception of a hot girl keeping you from entering your hot girl era, because you decide what that is. Don't let someone else that you see decide that for you. That's my take on hot girl shit, hot girl era. Fucking tired of saying those words, but I want to know what you all think. I want to know, do you think it's toxic? Do you think like maybe it started off in a good note, but then it ended up, just being that the clean girl aesthetic, or like the one type of girl? That's just like my main issue with it. I just feel like it's just people trying to depict one type of person or type of person as being like the hot girl, and it's that clean girl aesthetic. Am I just bitter? I don't know. I don't think I'm fucking bitter, but it just shouldn't, I just don't like it being depicted as that, where it should just be kind of more inclusive of every type of woman, whether that's fucking clean girl or, and I'm not trying to say like those people who do have like the matching PJ sets and the matching workout sets and the clean kitchen and making beautiful foods all the fucking time and having like a wonderful face routine and all that shit. Like, yeah, if that's what you're doing, then like own that shit. You're hot. Good for you. But my issue is that it shouldn't be only that. And I hope that I expressed that well. I was definitely, for my first episode, so I do want my episodes to be about like 45 minutes to an hour. I realize now it's about only 30 minutes. But, I was nervous for my first episode, to be honest with you. I really thought that I wasn't even going to be able to talk by myself for 5 minutes. So doing 30 minutes on my first episode, I'm proud. I'm glad I got it out of the way. I'm glad that I just fucking did it. That's the hardest thing about doing anything new, is just fucking starting it and getting over those nerves and realizing like, hey, this is okay. This is fun. I had a good time. I know that sometimes I can kind of, things can be a little bit of a clusterfuck when I start talking, and I don't know all the time if I make sense. So I hope that I made sense. I'll listen back and keep notes about what I should be doing still on my next episodes and what I should try to be better about. But yeah, so I wanted to get the first episode out of the way so I can fucking just say I did it and continue on. These episodes will be out on Wednesdays. And I just want to hear your thoughts about Hot Girl Era. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think that there's other people depicting different types of girls? I feel like I'm not, but I could be wrong. Please prove me wrong. I don't want it to be one type of girl and like other girls out there feeling like I did, where you're comparing yourself and I'm not doing the right thing. So am I actually in my hot girl era? Because at the end of the day, whatever you're doing, if it is that clean girl aesthetic, if it's like fucking being gremlin or just somewhere in between, if you want to decide you're hot, then you're hot, And yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you this episode. expect longer ones. Expect to hear me for even longer every Wednesday. And thanks for listening. I'm glad you're here. Bye.